Let's bring in Senior Advisor at the United States Agency for Global Media, Kari Lake. Kari, thank you for hanging out with us in the breaking news here with the president. Your reaction to what was said there in the Oval?
Oh, I've got a lot of reaction because I'm currently living in Washington, D.C., working for the administration. And when I got here, the city was very unsafe. It was nerve-wracking to walk outside wondering what could happen to you. You heard sirens all the time. There was a ton of crime. And now with what President Trump has sent to Washington, D.C., I mean, he's almost made it into Mayberry. I don't worry at all. If I go outside late at night, I don't worry. If I go to take the dog for a walk, I don't worry. It is so safe. It's wonderful to see the additional police and law enforcement as well as National Guard. On the converse, I've been to Memphis before as well, a city that has so much to offer but is suffering so badly because of crime and frankly, terrible lack of leadership that wanted to do anything about it until President Trump has decided to come in. I stayed at a nice hotel in the last couple of years in Memphis. I was there for an event, and I'll never forget, I thought I was in a beautiful area. It looked beautiful. But the hotel told me, whatever you do, do not go out at night. Don't even go into the parking lot at night unless you ask for one of our security guards to join you and to accompany you. And I thought, wow. And then I was told that Memphis is just a city that is ridden with crime-ridden and a very dangerous place. This is going to liberate the city of Memphis. This is going to make it so that law-abiding citizens can live and enjoy what they pay taxes for, a city, and make it safe and livable again. And I'm glad he's doing that.
Yeah, unlike left-wing states and cities, Memphis and Tennessee welcoming the president's help, welcoming federal help to clean up the Democrats' problems. Kari, look, we've been focusing on the last couple of days the Kirk assassination and the reason why we've gotten to this point in this country. And where we can point a finger at the left wing, we can also, I think, point to the timidity of the Republican Party in pushing back on this. You used to do what I do. You used to ask questions, and I've been asking elected Republicans this in one form or another for years now. But in the wake of the Kirk shooting, I'm reminded the GOP of their timidity that, in my view, is what's led to this out-of-control situation we find ourselves in the country right now. The GOP kicked out Republican George Santos from Congress when he was just accused of a crime. But when Democrat Jamal Bowman admitted a crime, well, GOP didn't want to kick him out. Right now, Democrat Congresswoman MacGyver is indicted on video evidence, just like, Santos was, and video evidence of violence against ICE officers. The GOP won't kick her out. A sitting Democrat Congresswoman, Delia Ramirez, pledged allegiance to a foreign nation, Guatemala, on foreign soil. No Republican has moved to act to address that. Democrat Yasmin Ansari calls President Trump a dictator in the wake of 2 assassination attempts on the same day Charlie Kirk is murdered. And Democrats actually objected to a prayer for Kirk, a conservative Christian who was gunned down in an un-American display of left-wing political violence. And I have montage after montage after montage, you've seen them, of Democrats dehumanizing and calling for political violence against Republicans and conservatives. Kari, it seems to me that Americans and the president are alone in our fight against left-wing political violence. What do you say?
All of those things you mentioned are true. I mean, Steve Scalise was nearly killed, assassinated. We've seen so many assassination attempts over the years and violence toward conservatives, and we're sick of it. But I think this time is different. This time is much different. If you've seen the people rising up, you've seen night after night massive vigils. I was at one last night in Washington, D.C., a line wrapped around Kennedy Center. That's a big place. Hundreds of people couldn't even get in, and we were in one of the biggest spaces they had. People are not going to take it anymore. And I'll tell you what, weak Republicans will be primaried. I was talking to somebody today who said, I'm tired of the congressman representing me. He's a Republican, but he's weak. And I think this time now calls for strength. And so I think come next election, we're not going to be putting up with a lot of weak people. And the voters are going to stand up and demand it. Demand that somebody primary anybody who's been weak and not stood out and spoken out. We have to stand up. This is our moment to stand up and protect our country. This is not about, it really isn't about Democrat, Republican. It's about, are you for America or are you against it? And if you're weak right now, that means you're against this country, because we cannot afford weakness right now when our country is barely hanging on. And thank God for President Trump. Thank God he got into office. And thank God for Charlie Kirk to help him win, because we now got a fighting chance to save it. And the people are rising up to save it as well.
Kari, my metric is, for any politician, my metric is, how well do you defend me and mine from left-wing craziness, from left-wing violence, from their political violence? That's how I'm going to judge any politician. Kari Lake, thank you very much. Always appreciate the time here
There's no
on the Chris
compromising
Salcedo
with
Show.
evil.
We'll talk.
There's no compromising with evil.
Yes, ma'am.